7 feels harmless, even lucky, until you realize it was never meant to comfort you, but to control you. Welcome, Mystic Seekers. Tonight, we step beyond coincidence and into design. Most of us are taught that 7 is a lucky number. 7 days in a week. 7 colors in a rainbow. 7 wonders of the world. In religion, it is sacred. In fairy tales, it is magical. In modern culture, it feels safe. But ancient civilizations did not treat 7 as a charm. They treated it as a code, a structure hidden inside creation itself, a number tied to gods, cycles, destruction, and rebirth. So we must ask, was 7 a blessing, or a boundary humanity was never meant to cross? Tonight, we uncover the real meaning of the number 7, not as superstition, but as an ancient code of creation. Before ink touched parchment, humans counted with bones, stars, and scars carved into stone. Long before mathematics became science, numbers were symbols of cosmic order. Early hunter-gatherers noticed patterns: moon phases, seasons, births, deaths. 7 emerged not by chance, but by observation. The moon changes form every 7 days, completing its cycle in 28. 4 phases, 4 sevens. Ancient humans believed this rhythm governed fertility, madness, tides, and time itself. 7 was not invented, it was noticed. And once noticed, it was feared. But this was only the beginning. Look up into the ancient night sky. No telescopes, no filters, only moving lights among fixed stars. Ancient astronomers identified 7 wandering bodies: the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. These planets became gods, and these gods became rulers of human destiny. Each governed a day of the week. Each ruled a metal, a temperament, a sign, a virtue. To the Babylonians, 7 was divine surveillance, the heavens watching below. You did not escape the number 7, you lived inside it. And if the heavens ruled fate, then 7 ruled humanity. But that power soon descended to earth. In the beginning, words that still echo across millennia. In Genesis, God creates the universe in 6 days, and on the 7th, he rests. But ancient Hebrew mystics noticed something unsettling. Creation is unfinished without rest. Without the 7th day, the world remains unstable chaos, barely restrained. The Sabbath wasn't mercy, it was containment. 7 marked the moment creation could no longer expand without destroying itself. A divine warning encoded as ritual. Work 6, stop at 7, or risk collapse. But humanity has never been good at stopping. A goddess stands naked before the final gate of death. In Sumerian myth, the goddess Inanna descends into the underworld, passing through 7 gates, stripped of power at each one. By the 7th gate, she is nothing: no crown, no weapons, no protection. 7, here is not ascension, it is total surrender. To reach truth, one must be dismantled completely. Psychologically, this myth reflects ego death, the destruction of identity before rebirth. 7 does not elevate, it erases. And not everyone returns, but the pattern repeats. A medieval monk dips his quill, cataloging the darkness of the soul. The 7 deadly sins were never meant as moral checklists. They were psychological warnings: pride, envy, wrath, sloth, greed, gluttony, lust. Together, they map the full spectrum of human excess. 7 was chosen because it represented completeness, not goodness, but total corruption. To embody all 7 was to become monstrous. To deny them was to lie. The church didn't invent evil, it organized it. And 7 became the mirror we refuse to face. But numbers, like shadows, evolve. Alchemists spoke of 7 stages of transformation. Not to turn lead into gold, but to turn humans into something more. Each stage represented psychological death and rebirth. Negredo albedo, citronitas rubeda. 7 steps to enlightenment or madness. Carl Jung later argued alchemy was symbolic psychology. 7 stages mirrored inner transformation. Miss one step, and the soul fractures. 7 wasn't a shortcut, it was a trial. And most failed. The 7 wonders were not tourism lists. They were defiance. Humanity declaring, we were here, we mattered. 7 symbolized completeness, nothing more needed. But only one remains today. The rest, dust, ruins. Memory. 7 promised permanence. Time disagreed. And the lesson was clear. Creation ends. Always. In Snow White, there are 7 dwarves. But early folklorists noted they represent fragmented aspects of the psyche. Childlike innocence divided into manageable parts. Snow White survives, not because of purity, but because her innocence is split, hidden, protected. 7 becomes psychological shelter. But shelters are temporary. Eventually, reality arrives. 7 appears in modern systems: password lengths, psychological limits, memory capacity. The human brain comfortably holds 7 units of information. Beyond that, confusion. 7 is the boundary of comprehension. What lies beyond is overload. Or revelation. Perhaps ancient civilizations knew this. Perhaps 7 was never mystical, but neurological. Or perhaps both. Across cultures, 7 marks completion with consequence. Creation, followed by rest. Descent, followed by rebirth. Knowledge, followed by loss of innocence. 7 is not comfort, it is closure. A reminder that nothing infinite belongs to humans. Cross 7 without understanding, and something breaks. Maybe the ancients weren't obsessed with 7. Maybe they were afraid of what came after. 7 represents wholeness, but not harmony. It symbolizes systems pushed to their limit. Psychologically, it marks the boundary of identity. Spiritually, the edge of divine permission. Culturally, a shared warning etched into myth. 7 isn't lucky, it's final. A door closing, or opening. Modern culture celebrates 7 as fortune. Ancient culture treated it as responsibility. We were taught 7 rewards us. But myths suggest 7 tests us. It asks, will you stop, or will you keep going? Creation pauses at 7 for a reason. Perhaps 7 was never meant to be worshipped. Perhaps it was meant to warn us. That creation has limits. That knowledge has a cost. And that some doors, once opened, cannot be closed. So the next time you see the number 7, ask yourself, is this the end, or the beginning of something we were never meant to finish? If you made it this far, leave a like and subscribe to join our growing circle of mystic seekers. Until next time, stay mystical.